I had $500 worth of gear laid out on that dock, $20 lures, a $30 attractant spray, a setup that covered every condition the water could throw at me. She had a simple rod, a small plastic bag, and a cotton ball. She was 74 years old with a rod that had seen better days. She walked over and sat down next to me on that public dock, on the same water, same depth, same conditions on the same morning. In the first 30 minutes, she had already landed 5 fish. I had 0 fish and absolutely no good explanation for why. By the end of the first hour, she had the cooler half full. I had 2 small fish and an increasingly clear sense that I had been approaching this wrong for a long time. I moved down the dock to watch her set up more closely. Old rod, plain hook, and a small amber-soaked cotton ball pressed between the hook and the bait before each cast. I walked over and asked her directly what was on the cotton ball. She laughed the way people laugh at a question they have answered 100 times before and never gotten tired of answering. She said she had been using the same method for 40 years. Her mother taught her on a dock in Tennessee before that. Her mother fished to feed the family, not for recreation. She could not afford to come home with an empty cooler. She also could not afford $30 attractant sprays. So she figured out what worked for $1, and she used it. The liquid on the cotton ball costs $1 at any grocery store. The cotton ball itself costs less than 50 cents each unit. Together they had just outperformed everything in my tackle box in the same 60 minutes on the same public dock. I asked her to show me the preparation before she packed up. She walked me through it in about 60 seconds without hesitation. 2 items, about 60 seconds to prepare, and the result in any side-by-side test I have run since does not favor anything on the tackle shop shelf at any price point. I ran the same-day test she suggested before I left the dock. 1 rod with a treated cotton ball, 1 rod with nothing. 90 minutes later, the difference in results was not close. The treated rod was producing consistent and steady strikes. The untreated rod was being ignored by everything in the water. I have run that test multiple times since on different water. The result has held consistent across every body of water tested. The 3 chemical compounds in pickle juice explain why the response fires before hunger, before curiosity, before any conscious decision the fish makes about feeding. And they explain why the commercial attractant industry, which earns billions selling synthetic versions of what pickle juice does, has never had any interest in telling you about a $1 grocery item that outperforms their $30 bottles in honest field testing. The knowledge that 74-year-old woman had came from her mother, who fished by necessity, not by hobby. Women who fished to feed families in rural Tennessee in the years before tackle shops existed on every corner did not have the option of buying what did not work. They tested, they observed, they kept what produced results. Pickle juice was cheap, available, and worked reliably. There was no product review, no sponsored video, no brand deal. Just the observation that the cooler was fuller when she used it than on the mornings when she did not use the method. That knowledge passed from mother to daughter to granddaughter without ever touching a fishing magazine or a tackle shop shelf. The commercial attractant industry arrived later and told everyone that the old methods were outdated and that science had moved on. It sold synthetic formulations at $30 a bottle that replicate one of the 3 compounds in pickle juice and degrade within 30 minutes of application in warm water. The woman on that dock was carrying 40 years of field data in a $1 jar and a bag of cotton balls from the drugstore. She was not carrying any product that a tackle shop had sold her. She did not need anything a tackle shop was selling. She had already found something better decades before the tackle shop arrived. Before I get into the science and the exact preparation, the kind of consistent result this woman produced on that dock comes from understanding more than just what is on the hook. It comes from knowing when fish are active, where they hold, and how barometric pressure, moon phases, and water temperature change feeding behavior at different points in the day. I put together everything I know about those patterns into a complete system for anglers who want results every trip. Scan the QR code in the top left corner of your screen, or click the first link waiting in the description below. Stay here because the preparation takes 60 seconds, and the science explains why the cotton ball outperforms the spray. Here is the science behind why pickle juice consistently works when synthetic attractant sprays consistently underperform it. Pickle juice contains 3 active chemical compounds that work on 3 completely separate sensory systems simultaneously. The first and most immediate active compound is acetic acid. Acetic acid creates a pH gradient in the water around the bait. The lateral line of largemouth, catfish, crappie, and bluegill reads this pH shift as organic material in decomposition nearby. The interpretation that fires in response is not hunger. It is the detection of something edible and already compromised. The second distinct active compound is dissolved mineral salt. Dissolved salt creates a difference in electrical conductivity in the immediate water column surrounding the bait. Fish associate this conductivity shift with the presence of another animal moving in the water at close range. The investigation reflex fires before any feeding decision. The third compound is the terpene group from the dill. Limonene and alpha-pinene derived from the dillweed correspond to the chemical signature of a stressed crustacean. Shrimp, crayfish, and small crabs release these same compounds when they are physically disturbed or under acute stress. Largemouth and catfish have been tracking this signal for the entirety of their natural feeding lives in the water. When all 3 signals reach the lateral line and olfactory system at the same time and from a single source in the water, the combined interpretation is injured and vulnerable prey. That is the strongest feeding trigger in the biology of these species. No commercial attractant spray activates all 3 simultaneously. Most activate 1, some activate 2 in diminished synthetic form, and all degrade within 30 minutes in warm water. Pickle juice holds its compound profile because the acids preserve the active compounds within the liquid itself. The cotton ball releases them slowly and continuously rather than all at once, the way a spray does on contact. Here is the preparation exactly as she showed me. Place 1 cotton ball in a small container with a lid. Pour enough pickle juice to submerge the cotton ball completely. Let it soak for a minimum of 5 minutes before use. The cotton ball absorbs the liquid fully and completely and become a concentrated, slow-release scent source. To apply, press the soaked cotton ball against the hook between the hook bend and the bait before each cast. The cotton ball stays on the hook, does not affect the cast, and begins releasing pickle juice the moment it enters the water. Reapply every 20 to 25 minutes of fishing when the cotton ball has dried out completely on the hook. The soaking container travels in a small bag in your tackle box. $1 of pickle juice from the grocery store lasts a season. Cotton balls from any drugstore cost less than 1 cent each. For catfish, add a full tablespoon of garlic powder to the pickle juice before soaking the cotton ball. 4 simultaneous chemical triggers instead of 3. For carp, use dill pickle juice with extra dill brine if available. For cold water below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, add a small pinch of cayenne pepper to the soaking liquid. The Forbidden Baits add-on inside the Angler's Vault has 10 legal homemade recipes, including pickle juice variations and combinations that extend this method across multiple species. No commercial product that costs $30 a bottle replicates what a $1 container of pickle juice does when applied through a cotton ball slow-release system. The reason is straightforward, and it is not a secret. Commercial attractants are stabilized for shelf storage. Stabilization in that context stops all biological activity. A bottle sitting on a tackle shop shelf for 6 months is carrying dead synthetic compounds, not active ones. Pickle juice is an active brine that stays chemically potent until you open the container and introduce air from outside. The acetic acid, the dissolved salt, and the dill terpenes are present in the same ratio they were in when the jar was sealed. That is why the compound profile that reaches the fish from a fresh-soaked cotton ball is different from anything that has been sitting in a spray bottle for 3 months. The 74-year-old woman on that dock was not using chemistry. She was using a jar of pickle juice and a cotton ball. But she was achieving something that the chemistry of commercial attractants has been chasing and failing to replicate at any price point. Her mother knew this in Tennessee before there was a tackle shop within driving distance of the water where they fished. She taught her daughter what worked because it had to work. There was no fallback of buying a different product. There was only the river, the fish, and what you put in the water. That kind of knowledge produces a different quality of result than anything developed by a company whose primary concern is whether the product will still work after 6 months on a shelf. If you want more methods at this level, the Forbidden Baits add-on inside the Angler's Vault has 10 legal homemade recipes, including pickle juice variations and other combinations that produce results that commercial attractants cannot reach. Scan the QR code in the top left corner of your screen or click the first link waiting in the description below. The complete system is waiting for you inside the Angler's Vault.